I'm just going to bring you in a couple more samples then to show you what you can do with these dies. So I want to just bring in this one because I'm going to use this frame next. But this one's actually done like a, turn it round that way, I can see a bit better there, can't we? It's like a pizza box design, so I've just done it so that it opens up this way, and I've popped a little bit of the paper in the bottom there. Could be for any kind of gift that you wanted to give, whether it be Christmas related or not. I've chosen Enchanted Christmas to go on the top, but you imagine doing that in different colourways and pop a different sentiment on. Some of these dies are very versatile in the sense that it doesn't have to be Christmas. So that's just one example with the frame on. I'm going to show you the actual frame die. Let me just grab that one. What have I done with it, she says. Oh, I was all sorted. Here we go, look. So this is the frame that I'm talking about, which is our glistening glacier. So I'll take this out and show you the frame, but then I've used it in a slightly different way on my demo that I'm going to do for you. So let me just bring one of those black mats in again, and you can see it a bit better on... Oh, it's not black this time, is it? Just take away the grid lines and you can see a bit better there. That's better for you. So a good size, let's have a look at the packet because it gives the sizings on the packet. So 4 inches by 5.3 inches. So again, if I put my hand there, you can see that it's a decent sized die, this one, as a feature on your project. So I showed you the box that I'd done. And then also if I bring this one in, this is using it in its entirety for the frame there on a diorama card. So if we just have a look, just move those out of the way for you so that you can see that one. Yeah, so that's it used in its entirety. But like I say, I'm going to do something a wee bit different with it just to show you that there are other ways of using your dies. So let's just pop that one back on there and I'll bring in the sample that I've done with it. So if I bring this one here, again, you might think that this is a completely different die, but it's using that frame, and all I've done is I've snipped into it. So if I bring the frame here at the side, let's just see where we need to be that way. You can see where I've taken elements from here and used on the card. So I'm going to show you how I've done that just to give you a bit more versatility with the products. So let me just get my little pile of goodies from down here, and I want to cut this for you and show you how I did it. And then again, I've gone to my Xyron machine just for a little bit of help. So I want to use a piece of that gorgeous pink card there. Just excuse me because I'm throwing things on the floor again. So I've got that lovely pinky purple cardstock there, and I'm just going to cut a piece down to the size of the frame rather than put the whole thing through. So if we just chop that down a wee bit there. And again, these bits would be going in the scrap box to do all that die cutting with. And then I'm going to tape this down, and we're working on to mirror card here. So we don't need our metal shim, we just need the normal set of cutting plates. So I'm going to just pop it on here and just tilt it at a slight angle. And you'll have heard Sara say this when she's been demoing. If you go straight like this, the rollers come along onto here and then they have to come off the other side, and you sometimes get that sort of little bit of a clunking noise. By turning it slightly, you're going to get the rollers come along and meet the corner part first. So it's just a little tip with your Gemini machines. The amount of pressure in there, it just helps a wee bit. So pop the normal cutting sandwich on, and we're going to run this through our big Gemini there. So just while that's cutting, I've actually done one little bit of prep here for my card blank. Again, using some elements from that paper pad, using some of the cardstock from the A4 card pack. So everything that I've used, apart from my card blanks, this is just our Centura Pearl card. Everything else is from this collection. So let's just pop that one out of there. Have a look at this. So we've got that piece has come out as a frame. And I'm just going to take my tape off here. Okay, and we've got that spare bit in the middle there. And then I'm just looking, have I got... I've not got my die brush here, so I'll just have to use the the pokey tool there. So let me just release the frame out and show you. So again, just tease it out gently because there is a lot of detail on here. All those little snowflakes and die cut elements. I tend to work my way round and just tease it out rather than pulling it too hard and damaging what you've already cut. So we'll leave that one there. And again, let's bring that white shim in there. Absolutely beautiful there. Can you see that one on the camera there? So again, that's it in its entirety. So it could be used as a frame on the front of a card. It could be on the top of a box like I've done. All sorts of different ideas with it. And then what I've done is I've just used my little snips. And again, don't be afraid to snip into your die elements here. So just by taking a section out of it, just follow the design round and look at where it fits and where it's suitable to snip, and just go round it carefully with your paper snips, and you can start and free parts out of it. So the ones that I did earlier are in black, but just to show you, when I've taken this bit out of here, so if I lay it on the mat there, you can see I've got the same thing going on in the black. So this was this side and this was the other side of the frame. Okay, so I've now got those two pieces that I want to work with. And again, I've just run them through my Xyron. So let's just go to the tape pen again and pop these together. So my card, I've actually done, I think it's about 8 inches, 8¼ inches. So the width of our A4 here in the UK, but the top layer I've actually made slightly shorter because what I want to do is pop an extra piece here on the end. Okay, so let's get those stuck together then. So just again, my tape runner for speed here is as good as anything with that in. So this is one of the designs again from the paper pad. The Miri card is from those A4 packs, and it all coordinates beautifully. So all the work there has been thought about, so you get a chance to just play with it and have a go there. So that one's going to go on the front to match. And then I've cut myself another piece, which I'm going to pop across here like so. Okay, but I just need to grab my little stamping platform because we're going to use one of those stamp sets to stamp a greeting on there. And I'm going to use in fact, no, I don't want that one. I'm telling you fibs. I want this one. So I'm just going to have to open this one because I've not got mine with me. But this has got the mixture of the metal dies in here as part of your sentiment range, and then the acrylic stamps. So you can combine your metal element with your stamp sentiment, and that's what we're going to do. So we're going to use sparkle, and then we're going to do the all the way. Let me just get that bit off there. So I want sparkle there. And then off my stamp set, if I just take that one off there, I want all the way. So we're going to sparkle all the way. What else would we do at Christmas? So just going to line this up on my, helps if you bring this in, Jan. Line it up on here, use the grid lines to get the stamp lined up there. And, oh, now then, I don't think I've got my ink pad at the ready. Oh, I might not be able to stamp after all. I'll have to stamp it in later. We'll just do the die cutting element. So let's show you what these sentiments look like. So a little bit of tape on there again, and I'm just going to pop this through our Gemini. So if you want to watch this going through the Gemini, I can just grab my ink pad then. Do you know, I've got in a mess already and I've only done a little bit so far. So we will pop that on there. And if I'm really quick now, I've got 18 seconds when this goes through here. I'm just going to run across and grab my ink pad really quickly before it goes through there. And when I get back, I can stamp you that sentiment. How's about that? Oh, goodness me. It's the beauty of having the large Gemini there. Crikey, you never saw me go, did you? Right, so let's pop those out of the way again. Let's have a look at that gorgeous little sentiment. So that's my spare piece, that's the tape, and then again using the little release holes, we've got that beautiful sparkle die cut then. So again, just tease it out gently. And if I pop this on here now, you can see that at the ready. And then now I've got an ink pad now, so we can do the stamping as well. So I'm just going to bring that piece in there that I've got. I've got my stamp at the ready. Just ink it up with some of my finesse ink there. And I'm going to pop this just along one side all the way. So again, we've got sparkle all the way. You could say winter wishes, you could have wishing you, and then the die cut says magical, and then the stamps say all the way. So wishing you a magical Christmas. There's all sorts of different combinations. So you can see now when we pop this back on here, we've got that sparkle all the way. You can see how they work beautifully together now. So again, just a little bit of glue on the back of here. You could run it through your Xyron machine again. You can use the spray adhesives, whichever are your preference. I'm just going to pop a little bit of the tacky glue on here because that's what I've got to hand today. And then what I like to do when I've done this, and I'm going to do it on just on the back, is just dab some of the excess off, because with it being that beautiful mirror card, I don't want to get the ink all over my design. So this is going to pop on there like so. So we've sparkled all the way. So that's that part. And then I'm going to go back to my tape runner to stick these layers together. So that one's going to go onto my piece of mirror card, and again it's just so straightforward when everything's been thought out for you. Everything, you know that it's all going to mix and match beautifully. So I'm going to get that one ready with its sticky on there, because this is going to go on here. But before I stick it down, I'm going to bring some of these into play. So this is that die that we cut at the beginning, that lovely frame die. And I've snipped into it just to get these elements sticky. And once I've got them off my backing, just nice and gently again, so that we're not going to damage that beautiful filigree cut. Just ease it off. What I want to do then is hold this in place where I'm going to have it roughly. And then I want to trap this behind. So I'm just going to pop that one at the top. So forgive me if it's not quite straight there. And then I've got a second one that I'm going to invert. So we've almost gone the opposite way around. I'll bring you the die cut back in again that I did in a second. Again, just bring this one off nice and gently. You don't want to damage any of that lovely die cut work that you've just done. Just lift it off the backing sheet. And then again, I'm going to hold this one in place just so that I can see where it's going. And then trap this one underneath about there. So if I show you that frame again, you can see where this was the other way up. So I've literally cut it and spun it round so that it's facing the other way. It looks completely different, doesn't it? Different colour, different way of using it. And then we're going to pop our sentiment over the top so that we've got that lovely frame as a die cut element there. Fantastic. So I've just got a little fairy then that I've used from the set of pixies. Just make sure we've got that piece off there so that it doesn't damage her. So again, we're straight through the Xyron machine. I'm going to use my tweezers because she's so delicate. Look, the wings there, and we can pick that up. Let me just bring it to the front there. Can you see how delicate those wings are? Look on there. Absolutely beautiful. So again, just be careful when you're taking them off your carrier sheets that it doesn't snag it. And then she's going to stand on this side here. And again, I've got one or two bits and pieces that we've cut just as if she's blowing those up in the air. She looks as if she's blowing them. So I'm just going to pop a couple of the stars. And I think I've got a little snowflake as well. I've made life hard for myself today. I've not taken the tops off my my Xyron. But yeah, just one of those little snowflakes again from the wreath that I used earlier, and you've got that lovely. So you can add any extra detail, you know, you can bling it up with your gems, things like that. But if I bring in the blue one again, you can see the two different selections there in different colourways. So that's our second demo complete then.